Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. Welcome to this live interview here with my special guest, the Kick-Master Ben Garton. Ben, it is an honor to have you back. You've been on my channel before, but this is the first time we've ever done a face-to-face interview here live at the Academy of Self-Defense. Great location here in Akron, Ohio. And, of course, we are members of the Kane Action Team. So we're rocking our Kane Action Team hoodies.
Yeah.
Ben, before we get into the questions, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, basically my whole life has been based around martial arts. I grew up watching Power Rangers, Ninja Turtles, and all that with my brother. And we would always mimic what's going on screen. Like we would choose a character and we would just do whatever they do to the best of our abilities. So mom and dad decided to sign us up to train martial arts. We train at a place called East Coast Martial Arts, which is down in Canton, Ohio. And I was 4 years old at the time when we started. First class, absolutely fell in love with it. Never really wanted to do anything else other than karate. So I just trained and trained and trained. And by the time I was 12 years old, mom and dad just got insanely busy. I'm the second oldest of 5 kids. My brother and I, we did karate, school, of course, basketball, football, soccer, all the sports, band.
Yep.
2 little sisters did everything, piano lessons, school, of course, dance, Girl Scouts, everything. And then little baby brother was 2 at the time. Mom and dad were just insanely busy. So a few things were just cut from the schedule, and martial arts was unfortunately one of those things, but I didn't want to stop. So I just trained myself at home. I did whatever forms I remembered how to do. And that's when I started getting into kicking and martial arts tricking. And through that, I never really wanted to stop. So I just kept training myself, training. And then when I finally got my driver's license at 17 years old, a good 5 years later, I signed back up with East Coast. And now I've been training there for the past few years. I'm an instructor there now. And now I'm a member of the Kane Action Team, of course.
We'll get to that, of course.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, that's a great story. Great way to segue here into these questions that I have for you. And the first question is, what or who inspired you to get involved in stunt choreography specifically? Who was it? What was that inspiration in your life that made you just say, I got to do this?
I'd have to say the first major martial arts movie that I saw is titled Ninja. It stars Scott Adkins. Seeing that movie first time, seeing his kicks and all the stuff that he was doing, I thought, I want to be that guy. I want to be like that guy. So I started watching more martial arts movies, and that's really the biggest inspiration for me to become a stunt performer. Is watching stunt performers do their thing and saying, that's what I want to do. Yeah,
it's incredible.
Yeah,
nice. Question number 2 here. Speaking of East Coast Martial Arts, which the links can be found down below in the description box to their studio. Check them out. Great stuff in Canton, Ohio. How long have you been teaching there at East Coast Martial Arts?
Well, I was an assistant instructor. The way we run instructing, we have an assistant instructor, I guess, a certification that you kind of have to do, where before you test for your black belt, you have to assist the instructor there, assist the main instructor of the class, basically helping them run class. And through that, I loved working with the kids. I loved teaching what I knew how to do. The thing I love about martial arts is the tradition and the ability of the higher ranks or the older generation teaching what they know to the younger generation or the lower ranks.
Passing it on.
And so I helped I was an assistant for a good while. Even after I got my black belt, I was an assistant. And then I was trained. Shout outs to my big brother, Travis Dagner. He was the guy that I followed a lot in terms of learning how to be a full-on instructor and leading the class on my own. And I've been teaching. I've been a full instructor for the past 2 years. Yeah.
Nice. Well, this dovetails nicely into this next question. What's your favorite aspect about teaching martial arts? What brings you the most joy in your life when you teach?
I'll have to answer this not only just teaching, but also like through stunts and stuff like that. What I want to do, I don't care about how much money I make. I don't care if I become the biggest, most successful person in the world. I just want what I do to inspire other people. I want to show that with good work ethic and through hard work and dedication, that if you want something done, you can do it just through pushing on through and just keep fighting. As you guys might know, I have a YouTube channel called Kick-Master, and my outro, I guess, is always keep kicking.
Yeah.
Not only do I mean that by the literal sense of always like continue practicing your kicks, but I mean that like people how some people say like keep fighting.
Yep.
Or
never stop.
Just keep going. Find your motivation, find your inspiration, and just keep going. And that's what I want. Being an instructor, that's what I want my stunt work to do for other people. I want to be that inspiration for that one person. If I can inspire one person with what I do, I'm happy.
That's awesome. That's what it's all about, you know? I like that answer. Next question here up on the list. How many film projects have you been involved with? And it's a two-part question. And what has been your favorite project so far? So first, how many?
First, how many?
Off the top of your head.
Off the top of my head, I did.
Don't need exact.
Do like short film, like fight scenes that we posted on YouTube count? Or like
I think a bigger, like maybe 20 minutes, or, maybe even a 5-minute short. That's what I'm thinking of.
So I did
like Wuxia.
Contract Redemption.
Uh-huh.
That was my first one. That's like a Hitman.
Oh, you meant yeah.
It was based off Hitman. Contract Redemption. I did a fight scene. Shout outs to my big brother, Dylan McCann. And by the way, all the people that I work with in martial arts and stunts, I call them brothers and sisters because they're like family to me. Shout outs to my big brother, Dylan McCann. We did a short little fight scene on YouTube. Then Dylan brought me on set. This is the first time I worked with Keith. We did Project Die Happy. I was just an extra. I didn't do any stunts. I did Maximilian.
That's going to be good.
Just finished Wuxia.
Yep.
So 5?
5? That's pretty good.
Yeah.
What's been your favorite?
What's been my favorite?
One. Which one's been your favorite?
I like them all for different reasons. The first one, Contract Redemption, I love that one because that was my first ever fight scene, and my mom was also in the scene.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No way.
My first movie I did with my mom.
That's awesome.
Yeah. We shot this at Glenmore. It's like a country club down in Canton. Basically, the story is Hitman's grown up, and he's starting to question what he's done with his past life and whatnot. And there's a younger version. There's like clones in this universe. There's a younger clone of Hitman, and he's after this girl. And the older Hitman is trying to save this girl. In the middle of the movie, he finds himself just being attacked by all these mercenaries because the agency wants this girl. Yeah. Because they believe that she would become like their strongest asset, their strongest assassin.
Yeah.
So the older the older mercenary is trying to protect this girl, and he's just being attacked out of nowhere by all these assassins. And the scene we filmed in Glenmore with my mom, basically he's going throughout this like office building, and I follow behind him wearing headphones. I'm just kind of casually just sitting there behind him, minding my own business in the elevator, listening to music. We exit the elevator. I'm following close behind him. I pull a gun out of my backpack, and that's when my mom comes around the corner. Ah. Both my mom and I were mercenaries.
Nice.
And long story short, both my mom and I die.
Oh
and,
no!
Yeah. So my first ever fight scene was with my mom, and we're both dead.
Nice. Yeah. What a way to start your career.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right. I like that answer. This will be a good question. Who is your favorite martial artist of all time, and why? If you had to pick one, tell me.
I had to pick one favorite.
Who's the best for you?
I would probably have to say my favorite martial artist of all time. Mm-hmm. There's a lot. There's so many that I like.
It's tough.
I love Donnie Yen. I love Jackie Chan. Bruce Lee, of course. Jet Li. Mm-hmm. Scott Adkins. Tony Jaa. Michael J. White. Does it have to be like in movies, or can it just be like any martial artist?
I'm good. The field is open. Yeah. Yeah.
Whoever. I honestly cannot choose a favorite.
Or give me one, even if it's not your fit. Just give me one and tell me why. Like, is there one that you?
I would say the biggest inspiration for me to get into what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I can't even choose that.
That's all right. You don't have to.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's no big deal. But you named some, so those are some right
there.
Yeah,
those are some.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll move on from there. In regards to the type of characters that you played in your 5 roles, what is your favorite type of character to play on film? A good guy or a bad guy, and why?
I like being a good guy.
Okay. If you're a good person, you know,
because I'm a good person.
That's who you are.
I'm not a bad guy. But if you know me well, you know I'm rarely ever angry. I just don't like being angry. I don't really like negative emotions. But if I ever have to play a bad guy, I would.
I was gonna say, is that challenging for you to try and channel that since you
It is hard. It is hard.
Be. Okay.
The smile on my face is almost permanent.
It really is. Every time I see you smiling, it's great, by the way. But
because I love doing what I'm doing.
You're happy. That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
So okay. Next question here. Speaking of, I'll come back to that one. How did you come up with the name the Kick-Master? And yeah.
All right. So
I'm curious.
There was this competition. It isn't really going on anymore, but there was this competition that went on for a few years called Red Bull Kick It.
Okay.
And I got you into tricking. I started teaching Daniel a little bit of martial arts tricking. We started him on that. You know how breakdancers and b-boys battle each other?
Yeah.
Trickers do the same thing. Trickers battle each other, but this competition, Red Bull Kick It, was less about the tricking and more about the kicks.
Makes sense.
It wasn't just a tricking battle, so it was broken into 3 rounds. But it was a one-on-one battle. It was like a tournament kind of a thing.
Nice.
You'd go one-on-one against an opponent, against another contender, and you have a 1-minute tricking battle doing your best tricks, your best combos, and all that. And then the winner of that round is called. The second round is kyukpa, or breaking. So using kicks and martial arts tricks to break boards. So it's not just tricking. You really have to get a good focus on your kicking technique and the accuracy of your kicks.
Putting it all together.
And putting it all together. So it's not just acrobatics and flipping. It's all about the aesthetic of the kicks.
Right.
And and that's the second round is breaking. And the third round, if there's a tie, if one person won the first round, the other guy won the second round, the tiebreaker is the big trick.
This is it.
So you do your biggest combo, your biggest power move, or whatever, and the winner's decided by who did it the best. That competition was judged on 5 points, and this is on my YouTube channel.
Nice, check it out.
Kicking ability, acrobatics. So kicking ability is like the aesthetic of your kick, your kicking technique, making sure you're kicking the board with the proper part of the foot and all that. Acrobatics, of course, like the tricking and the twisting and inversions and all that. Athleticism, like who has the most power, who's going faster, who's like doing the biggest, craziest stuff. Control, making sure you're landing properly, you're sticking your landings. Your kicks are where they're supposed to be. And then style and creativity is a big part of that. When it comes to tricking, and you'll get into this once I get you into the putting combinations together.
Yes.
This is where the creativity comes in. Basically, martial arts tricking is you can have whatever style you want. Whatever you want Daniel Guy's martial arts tricking style to be, you can make it that.
Nice.
Whatever my tricking style I want, I can make that my style. So that's Red Bull Kick It.
Okay.
The first ever winner is a guy named Andy Lee of Marshal Club, and I'm a huge fan.
Nope. Wait a minute, folks. What's going on here?
Backpack.
Nice.
Signed by all of them.
Look at that. That is very nice.
And Andy Lee of Marshal Club was the first ever Red Bull Kick It champion. After that competition, another YouTube channel interviewed him. And in that interview, Andy coined the term Kickmaster.
There it is.
And I was like, oh, that's what I want to be.
That's my name.
I want to do that. And when I say, or whenever someone calls me Kickmaster, I don't call myself that because I am a Kickmaster. My playlist on YouTube is called Becoming Kickmaster. So I wouldn't call myself a master of kicking. That's just someone I want to become.
Aspire to be.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
Yes.
Thank you for telling me. I always wondered where that name came from. All right. Speaking of the Kane Action Team, how long have you been a member of this team?
I joined April of last year, so not too long.
How and why? Like, what drew you here? How did this? Team is for life. You knew he was going to get a plug in.
There's Matt.
He's in the background. He might pop up from time to time.
There he is with the long hair. That's Matt.
You can't
right
miss
there. But I started in April. I joined the Kane Action Team. The first time I worked with this team, I worked with Keith and Jerry before.
Yep.
But the first time I worked with this Kane Action Team doing stunt work was Maximilian.
Nice.
We wrapped Maximilian a year ago, last year. The premiere of Maximilian, by the way, is this coming May 24th.
It's gonna be good.
It's gonna be a good movie.
Oh yeah.
The fight scenes were fun to do. But the first time I worked with Kane Action Team was in Maximilian. We started fight choreography for Maximilian like mid-fall of 2017.
Okay.
And we wrapped Maximilian like late spring of last year. And once we were wrapped, after we were wrapped, Matt messaged me, hey, do you want to be a member of Kane Action Team? And I was like, yeah,
absolutely.
Let's go.
Sign me up. That's all it took was a message.
Yep.
You know how easy it is? Nice.
Yeah.
And you worked on Wuxia. And
yep.
now we're working on our Winter Soldier project. So we got a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline.
Yeah.
It's gonna be
Kane Action Team is busy. We got lots of crazy stuff going down. So be ready.
There you go. Now, this next question here. What is your favorite martial arts move / combo to perform, and why is it? You have to pick one. And there's a lot.
One.
What's your favorite that you're like, that's my go-to? I just love hitting that move.
I would probably say just a very basic spin back kick.
Okay.
The reason why I like that one, yes, it is basic, but my training is based around basics. I don't care so much about the flipping and the twisting all too much, even though I train a little bit in that. But my main focus is the aesthetic of the kick.
Yep.
And my spin back kick is my favorite kick to do. It's the most powerful kick that I can do. And the satisfaction you get of when you hit it just right, kicking just with your heel, feeling that impact in the bag or into your target, whatever it may be, feeling all that power of your leg extension, your leg extending all the way through that target. Yeah, I love the feeling of that.
Nice.
Yeah.
Favorite action/martial arts movie of all time, or if you want to do one of each, favorite action movie, if you want to distinguish, it's up to you.
Well,
you start with action.
Most of the action movies that I've seen,
so kind of,
if not most, all of them, are martial arts movies.
Fair enough. I mean, it's you could lump them into one if you want. It's up to you.
My favorite movie would probably be. I like Iron Monkey. Have you seen Iron Monkey?
Tell me about
starring Donnie Yen?
No.
So basically, it's this Robin Hood story. So this is based in China, located in China, of course. And there's rich people, there's poor people. It's basically Robin Hood. There's this iron monkey going around, stealing from the rich, giving to the poor. And all of a sudden, so people are trying to catch him. The police force are trying to capture the iron monkey. And these martial artists from the south come in. Wong Kei-ying, who's played by Donnie Yen, and Wong Fei-hung. If you've watched like any old school Hong Kong action movies, you've most likely heard the name Wong Fei-hung. Wong Fei-hung is like a folk hero in China, and but in this movie, in Iron Monkey, his father Wong Kei-ying gets the spotlight.
Okay.
And the reason why I like this movie, and this is one of the reasons why I like this movie is a big inspiration to my kicking style. The fighting style that Donnie Yen uses, playing Wong Kei-ying from the south, they practice Hung Gar, so you see a lot of shapes. So you see the crane beaks and the tiger claws and all that.
Yeah. But
Wong Kei-ying is known for developing this style called the no shadow kick, and it's basically kicks that are so fast that you can barely see.
Wow.
And if you watch the fight scenes in the movie, the kicking in this movie is just insane. Donnie Yen, he's a 6th degree black belt in Taekwondo, so he's really good with his kicks. His kicks are one of my favorite kicks to watch. They're always so clean. They're always so they have that snap and reach hammer that I like. They have that speed that I like, and because of that speed, it's really good pacing with the fight scene. So going on with the story, Wong Kei-ying and Iron Monkey end up fighting each other. The police force, when they're looking for the Iron Monkey, they don't know who it is because he's always going around wearing a mask. So they're just picking up anybody they think is the who could be the Iron Monkey. If they see like for example, they see a guy on the side practicing monkey kung fu, and they pick him up because they think he's the Iron Monkey. They find some other guy selling monkey-based something, and because it has to do with monkeys, they grab him. So, and then they find Wong Kei-ying fighting, and they see how good of a fighter he is, so they think he's Iron Monkey. So they pick him up, and they take all these guys that they think are the Iron Monkey, put them in a room, and the governor of the town is choosing people to arrest, and they're going to keep them there until they find who the real Iron Monkey is. But they didn't pick him up. The Iron Monkey comes to save all the people, and Wong Kei-ying ends up fighting the Iron Monkey. They fight each other, but then they realize they're on the same side, basically.
Oh.
And then there's this rebel, the Shaolin rebel. He's like the big bad guy of the movie.
Yeah.
He comes into town, and he's the big rich guy that everyone listens to.
Uh-huh.
And he used to train with the Shaolin. He was a Shaolin monk, but then he rebelled, and he brought up other monks with him and whatnot. And they have this big old fight.
Yeah.
And of course, the bad guy dies. Try not to spoil too much if you haven't seen it. If you haven't seen Iron Monkey, go watch it.
Netflix?
When this is done. I don't know if it's on Netflix. I found it on YouTube.
There you go.
But yeah, if you haven't seen Iron Monkey, I don't know what you're doing.
Hey Jim, we should do a.
Go.
But yeah,
Like that.
yeah, I love that movie, Iron Monkey. Yeah.
Iron Monkey. Nice. I'll have to check it out. Last question here. If you could star in, I don't know who this guy is. If you think you're taking over this channel, you got the wrong idea. This is a lot. You're not going to actually shoot the.
You already cocked it.
But the round's not in.
See, this guy, he is such a mark for himself. It's not even funny. Look at him. Look at him go.
Burn it down!
Oh, gosh. Wait a minute. Rustic. Okay, anyways, I don't know what's going on here, folks. He's trying to hijack my interview. I'm not going to let it happen. Don't you worry. Because what does he think he's going to do? He's going to do nothing. He's all talk, no game. Isn't that right, Matt? You want to do that so badly.
Go do the chopper!
Ah! Jamie, no!
The Kick-Master!
Yeah.
And the Matt Kane. What's going on?
All right, you ready?
Last question. If you could star in any martial arts action movie, what would it be and why?
Like one that's already came out, if I could be in it.
Yeah, if you can go back in time, get in a DeLorean, you know, and say, oh, I'd love to be in the movie with this, you know, because of this, for this reason.
I'd like to be in a Jackie Chan movie.
Jackie Chan.
I want to be a member of the Jackie Chan stunt team.
He has a team?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Nice.
Jackie Chan has a stunt team, or Andy Long's stunt team.
No.
Andy Long, he was a member of the Jackie Chan stunt team. And so he took a lot of what he learned from Jackie, and he created a team. Marshal Club is part of this team, which is why I follow them. But if I can go back in time and be in any movie,
yep, anytime. It's wide open here.
I'd want to be probably in a Jackie Chan film on the stunt team. I'd probably go with Police Story.
What's that about?
So Jackie Chan, he's a police officer, and again, if you haven't seen Police Story, I don't know what you're doing. Go see it. Starring Jackie Chan. There's a lot of police stories, by the way.
Oh, okay. It's like it's a series.
Yeah. The first one, it's been a while since I've seen it. But Jackie, he's a police officer, and the reason I'd probably want to do this movie is because of the big fight at the end of the movie when they're in the Mega Mall.
Yeah.
This is like all the stunts in this movie. All of Jackie's stunts are just insane. Like in this movie, there were like in like Police Stories, there were like car wrecks. There were like cars going down hills, like plowing through villages and stuff like that. Explosions everywhere. But the fight choreography, one of the biggest inspirations that I take when it comes to like how I like to do fight choreography is how Jackie Chan does it. How there's a rhythm and the timing. I have no control over the editing, but like the timing. I like the tempo that he always keeps, and I like how he edits. I don't know if you know this, but the way Jackie edits his fight scenes, if he wants a really big, powerful shot, you see, like a lot of times nowadays, they cut when the hit makes contact.
Yeah.
That's when they cut now. The way Jackie does it, the way all the Hong Kong guys do it, is they show, so say I'm going to punch you in the face here. They would shoot this. They cut here,
okay.
but then they don't match continuity on the next scene, on the next cut. So the punch you see here, but then the next cut, it's back here again. So seeing it twice makes it more powerful. So it's
I like it.
Yeah, it's
cell.
not one hit. So instead of cutting here, it's boom. Yeah, seeing that.
I like that
seeing
power.
that twice. Yeah, you see that power. And that's what I like to see. I like to actually see the action. A lot of times nowadays, like if you look at like Marvel movies and stuff like that now, the stunts they do is cool.
It's good, but
it's a lot of CGI.
Of course.
It's a lot of cutting.
Yeah.
And where they cut is when the hit's supposed to make contact and you don't see it.
No.
Yeah, you don't see the actual contact. But yeah, I really just any Jackie Chan movie I'd like to be in.
He's a legend.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Well, Ben, that just about does it for this interview. I want
right.
to say thank you for once again coming on the channel.
No
it's
problem,
great to have you
brother.
back on. Before we go off the air here, you can get plugs in to all of your content, which can be found down below in the description box. Be sure to check it out.
Yeah, so I got a YouTube channel. I got a Facebook page. Again, links are down there. I don't have these memorized.
That's okay.
But yeah, if you want to check out my stuff or stuff that I do with the Kane Action team, check out the links below. And again, Daniel did put in the description the link of East Coast Martial Arts. If you are in the Canton, Jackson area, we have people from Green, we have people from Canal Fulton coming down. But if you're in Canton, Ohio, and you are looking for a great place to train, what we teach at East Coast, we teach self-defense martial arts class, which is a mix of a bunch of different things. We also have a kickboxing class. We have a strictly jiu-jitsu class. We have an MMA fitness class. So it's not like a fighting class. It's a fitness class. The reason why it's called MMA Fit is because it's the timing is all based on an MMA fight. In a professional MMA fight, you have 5-minute rounds.
Yep.
And that's your workout. You have 5 rounds, each round 5 minutes. Kind of think, have you ever heard of high intensity interval training?
Maybe.
You do like one exercise for say a minute.
Okay.
Then immediately, without taking any rest, you go to another exercise for another minute, and then so basically every round, different instructors do it differently. But yeah, 5 minutes, 5-minute rounds. That's MMA Fit, and then we also just started the other day. We just started a yoga class. So if you're looking into getting into yoga as well, wanting to get into flexibility, we started a yoga class now at East Coast. So if you want to train with me at East Coast Martial Arts, we're a great group of people. Everyone there, again, I call them my brothers and sisters. We're a family there.
Tight-knit.
Oh, yeah. If you guys are looking for a place to train in Canton, Ohio, East Coast Martial Arts is the place to go.
Too sweet.
Yeah.
Once again, Ben, thank you for coming on the channel.
No problem.
It's great to have you. And of course, thank you all for watching this live video. And if you're not watching live and you're watching on the replay, be sure to comment down below what's going on. And, leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe to Ben's channel. And also be sure to subscribe to my channel here at youtube.com/DanielGuisa412 for all my latest thoughts, my personal vlogs, my videos as we embark We are now less than 65 days away, folks, from WrestleMania 35, and business is going to be picking up here on this channel. I got my WrestleMania 35 card predictions videos, and I got some exciting videos coming for WrestleMania, so stay tuned for that. Oh, yeah. And also, follow me on Twitter at DanielGeisen412. Check out Facebook.com/DanielGeisen1994. And also, in closing note, you should check out the Kane Action Team, the preeminent stunt team in Akron, Ohio. Oh, it's true. It's damn true. So that does it for this video, folks. And also, I'm going to be interviewing Rustig B at 6 p.m. tonight. So be there or be square. Until then, guys, thanks for watching and have a nice day.
Keep kicking.